Yeah. Welcome to it. Another Hip Hop 411 exclusive. Today, I am graced by the presence of a god in the game. A legend in my eyes, a creative revolutionary. Ladies and gentlemen, Mongezi.
How you gonna do me like this?
Khuli Chana, what's up originator, Don Khuli Chana.
You're not allowed to use that name until I'm like 50, you know?
What's up? Oh good, yeah, no, I hit you with the fast, man. You didn't expect that, huh? He's not alone. We are also joined by Mongezi, the brand manager of Absolut One Source. How are you, my guy? Aware. Dog, I'm gonna jump straight into it.
Yeah.
Khuli,
What's up?
dude, this whole Absolut experience. I mean, for you, it came just after your tragic moment in 2013. But from start till now, just get us in there, dude. Tell us about that experience and your highlights side by side.
I'd say, it gave me a launch pad to reinvent myself.
Aware.
Yeah, but I mean, this is like now in hindsight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the moment, I was just like, damn, this is a lot. This brand hits me up like this. We were interested in endorsing your career. Yeah.
So you just get this call one day.
So I get the call from my manager. He's like, listen, Absolut wants to have a meeting.
Aware.
And they want to endorse you. I'm like, how does that even work? It's like, we endorse these things. It's like, it's never been the other way around. So, and that, for me, that's where the journey started. We started out with Africa's Absolut campaign. The Mamas, I was out there presenting the, Best Newcomer by Absolut. Pato Ranking Scoop, that one. 2 weeks before, me and Pato got into the studio and recorded No Lie. It was like a plan in this thing.
So I remember whipping out the envelope in a flask, cooling.
So you met him before?
Yeah, so I met Pato before. So last year, the year before, at the Mamas.
Yeah.
I reached out to one of my dudes, Jesus Suspect.
Yeah.
Jesus Suspect, I spoke to him, and I reached out to Maputi, like, I want to collaborate with like a West African group.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for somebody who's bubbling, somebody who's about to pop. I'm not looking for God level right now. Give me Kendrick Lamar, Section 80. That Kendrick. When he was just about to blow up. And
Which is a God level, but on a...
No, just, I'm saying
before. Yeah.
And this is, and Pato Ranking's name came up.
Aware.
Jesus was a Pato Ranking. Maputi, who was working with Nike at the time, had like business relationships with Pato, Pato connected us, and turns out this guy was like a huge fan and told me about this one time. So the year before, right?
Yeah.
Pato was actually in the audience watching the show. I was like, I want to work with this guy.
So this thing is like, it's happening.
So full 360. Following year, I'm presenting at the Mamas.
Yeah. Envelope.
2 weeks before we did the Joy No Lie, I whip out the envelope. This guy was like, man, it's a fairy tale. It's like,
What so thick?
Started there and then following year. So first campaign, I think we won most disruptive, impactful campaign, right? And then we worked on this One Source collaboration album. We went out to Ghana, best experience ever. Hung out with Sokanyile out there, VVIP, CEO. Dog, there's so many artists out in Ghana that are like God level, but we don't even know. Yeah, I mean like even the richest rapper out there is a guy we
really
may not be popping out here. So
but he's killing it. Like on the African
Ghanaian rappers are like, same musicians as a whole are like God level. It's just amazing what they do. So cool. We shot this video, spent like 8 days there, One Source.
Yeah.
All we had was this beat produced by our group, Northwest.
Yeah.
Kid, Genius.
You hear it?
Yeah. So all we had was a hook. We didn't actually have a verse, nothing. That's
So
why,
who made the hook?
you know, so we did the hook like, I think it was, yeah, I did the hook.
Aware?
Yeah, of course we did the hook, but it was just like an idea.
Yeah.
You know,
And they were like, no, dope.
no, and then, you know, they needed the song. So we sent the song, we had the beat, we shot the video. The video inspired the lyrics.
Oh.
So we watched the video, so the lyrics were inspired by the visuals. And yeah, man, and then, you know, going to the studio, did some joints with Stoneboy, did some joints with Pato, VVIP, album hit #1 on iTunes, and cans, bookmarks, movies, you know, successful. Really, really made a huge impact. And for me, it put me in this whole new space. Yeah. You know, and I mean whole new space.
Yeah.
I mean like
A new world.
a whole new world. You know, and I had to learn a lot in this space. And it gave me so much more. Right? And purpose, more meaningful connection. Wow. You know what I'm saying? That white clef moment at Cannes was just like mind blowing. Because like when you come from
Dude, that moment, I'm glad you touched on it because, I mean, for me, it was epic in the sense that we all know White Cloud.
yeah,
He's our hero.
Yeah.
You know, he's like a god.
Yeah.
And you are like this kid from Africa, a god in your own right.
Yeah.
But I mean, on a global sense, you're at the cans. That's epic already. You meet White Cloud, but you don't just meet him. He is spitting your bars. How? Just take us through that experience.
that moment. So Jason told me, you know, yo, White Cloud loves monsters. And I thought, just DJ. It's a DJ.com. Cool. So the following day, this is the, you know, after we scooped the camera, I was gonna check out the Shazam talk. So on my way there, and I'm hoping I run into her, you know, but I heard he left, right? And then I see him. I've never been starstruck, like nobody. You know, I see him, I'm like, oh shit, do I go holler at this guy? And then he sees me, then he goes, you know, Africa's no longer riding shotgun, you know? And then he sees my reaction, because I didn't expect him to, you know,
Know the lyrics.
yeah. You know, and then he cracks up like, oh yeah, you didn't think I'd know you shit. And then, you know, dude, there's like 10, 12, 15 people around this table and he's breaking down one source and, you know, and why it resonates with him and why it's important to putting out content like that. And why he thinks it's genius. And then he starts telling me a little story about working on the score. You know, where he has like 18 in his basement and then we take a walk to that Shazam talk. Turns out he's actually talking on that stage and then he referenced One Source a lot while he was, you know,
During his talk.
Wow. Yeah. And then at the end of that talk, he starts, you know, performing and then he drops that Radio Night beat and then he calls me on the stage.
Oh my god.
So another 360 when we were starting out. One of the beats we had, there was no, you know, we didn't have beat makers back then.
Yeah. We just took beats.
We just took
from
random beats. And one of those beats was Really Night.
Oh.
So now imagine like, yeah.
So now it's playing and you've been jamming to this for like forever since back in the
Yeah. And now, you know, so yeah, man. So big up to brand and just the journey and these spaces. And I think for me, what I would say to anyone who's coming up is just like, you know, it's okay to put yourself in these uncomfortable spaces.
Yeah.
You know, it's become just bigger. You know, it's become bigger than just music. Wow. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Khuli, dude, like, when did you know that you were dope? Like, when was that moment where you're like, actually, I think I'm an expert at this thing. This is what I do. This. How did you know? When was that moment when you were like, I'm actually dope?
Dope. I've been dope.
Yeah. So
It's, I think when I realized this is a real thing is when I got to that point when I actually realized that everything that I ever owned that I have in my life actually came from music. From my first flight to my first car, my first house. everything I own, everything you see, it actually came from the song.
Dude, that's so. Mongezi, bro. Dude, you joined Pina Record for this brand last year, yeah?
Yeah, this brand last year.
Last year, yeah? It's almost a year now.
Yeah.
When you got the brief, dude, like for you, why did Khuli make sense for this whole thing? And what was the initial plan? Like, just this whole concept. Where did it start off? What was the plan, and why was Khuli like perfect?
Look, I mean, I had the pleasure of working with Khuli before. So in our previous lives, we worked before. So it wasn't
Another 360, yeah?
Yeah. So it wasn't a new experience for me.
Are you gonna tell them about the brand you with?
Relax.
Are you gonna tell me?
Nah, I'm not gonna give free plugs. I'm not giving any free plugs.
Yeah, no free plug. Yeah.
So yeah, in my previous job, I worked with Khuli. So like it was really exciting for me again.
Yeah.
To sort of link up with him. And I found this campaign or the brand in a place where they really started the relationship with Khuli. So for us, it was about the evolution. So how are we moving this thing forward? And Khuli and the guys had really done a really good job in sort of building what One Source was and what it was about. And the evolution for the brand was like, okay, cool guys, we've said One Source. We say we're a collaborative brand. You know, Khuli's gone to Africa, created this amazing album, the documentary series, all of that stuff's happened. He's, got gold lions now. He's a guy that's performed in Sweden where people don't know Motswako.
Dude,
but
this guy's like an
there.
advertising superstar.
So, yeah. So I mean, from that point, it was like, okay, guys, what's next?
Yeah.
Right. And what made sense for us at that point was like, okay, guys, it's time to make a physical manifestation of One Source. And we say we're collaborative. We say we're a brand that takes African creativity to the world. Let's create a platform that actually does that. And that was the birth of One Source Live. And then it was about building a team. And I was like, okay, guys, we've got Khuli, the archetype, the guy that we're going to build this team around, and how do we make it representative of everything that the brand stands for? Khuli mentioned before that when they were putting together the One Source album, he was out in Ghana working with musicians, art directors, designers, and producers. So we're like, okay, cool. That's sort of a really good space for us to start from.
Yeah.
So let's get more musicians. So Sho Madjozi, like, yo, revolutionaries, someone's changing the game as we speak. Gotta have her on board. Trevor Stuurman, the guy who's also fashion weeks all over the world, brands, Hugo Boss, everybody.
That guy's Insta is crazy.
Yeah,
it's a movie.
It's literally a movie. Again, a revolutionary in his own right, so we had to be on board. Osborne Macharia, someone who did the visuals for the first One Source, it was like, okay, cool, this guy is dope, we know he's dope, he's been dope, so let's bring him back for this campaign, but we don't want him behind the lens anymore, we want him front and center. And Fabrice Monteiro.
It's pretty dope, because I don't think those guys get enough credit.
Correct.
Like in the mainstream of things, they're always there. We always see these campaigns and they're all photographed, and the guys are doing dope shit, but we never see like them in front and they're like celebrated as a craft. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's kind of dope.
So it had to be
because they are part of the creative process.
Exactly. I mean, and the images for One Source as well. So all the stuff you see for One Source in terms of photography is by Osborne.
Yeah.
But he had to figure out a way to put himself in front of the lens as well. He was taking selfies essentially.
I'm part of this. I'm also part of this creative process.
Taking selfies. So we had to do that, and then finally Fabrice Monteiro. Fabrice is a really unique artist as well in what he does. So he's sort of like an activist meets artist meets fashion designer, photographer. So he does a lot of stuff, but his stuff is super powerful in terms of the messages that he tries to convey, sort of around social issues and environmental issues and all of that stuff. So once we sort of had that group of people, like, okay guys, I think we've got something.
This is our team.
We've got something here, and we can start building. Then from a One Source Live perspective, obviously it's like, okay, Khuli dog, as the guy for the main stage, go and conquer. Go and find all of the amazing people you want to help create your vision. Similarly with Sho Madjozi, go and find the people you want to create your vision. And all of the guys have now gone out and started to conceptualize what they believe their sort of One Source Live stages and sort of spaces would look like. But yeah, some are more secretive than others, you know. Some are more forthcoming, but I think everything is going to come out really dope.
Aware. I mean, you mentioned that, I mean, you collaborate with Khuli a lot. I just want to understand that from that collaborative effort, how much of your creativeness is in this campaign? Is it like, do you like, every time you just come in on every strategic session, and you're a part of it like that, you're in, or you just like...
No, I'm always there in the beginning.
Yeah.
So it's a real collab.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's, so, you know, I do have creative control, you know what I mean? And, you know, and like I said, you know, this whole thing started with Brand endorsing my music career, right?
Yeah.
So it's been like a seamless, really effortless, you know, sort of movement.
Partnership,
that's the word. You know, so yeah. So I'm always there in the beginning. I've always been part of it.
You say, no, I don't want that. Yes, that's cool. No, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
In there.
Pretty much.
Wow. Dude, well, tell me, in terms of, because I mean, the campaign did well. I mean, a Cannes Lion, dude, that's like the biggest awarded advertiser, period, right? What do you think it is about the campaign that had such a global resonance?
Right.
That people are like, how does the winner, what is it about the campaign that you think kind of got the world to say, yeah, that's actually...
I think it's, you said it, like, it's global resonance,
Yeah.
right? So, and the fact that we were reshaping this narrative, like, we said, okay, cool, guys, look, you know, Africa's cool, everybody's starting to jump onto this African bandwagon, but let Africans show you how Africa is done, right?
Right.
And for me, that was the most powerful piece of this thing, is we were the people that were telling our story. It wasn't a situation where it was always like, okay guys, Africa's cool because of the lions and the, you know, like all of that stuff. That wasn't what this was about. What it was about is us bringing together a group of creatives who are actually going to make something that truly represents who you are, truly represents what we believe creativity is. And just based off of that and the collaborative efforts between you know, Khuli and the guys that worked on the videos, like Sunu, an amazing director and sort of visionary in his own right. The agency that we work with, Native VML, also themselves, you know, they're pushing the boundaries, pushing clients as well to ensure that, you know, we're not just doing what is gonna, you know, sell another bottle of vodka. What we want to do is we want to be a brand that changes the world.
And I mean, true to that, as part of the campaign, what I think is probably one of the dopest things about this campaign is the African art intervention, where, I mean, firstly, maybe let me not explain it. Can you just maybe break it down to like everyone? What is the African arts intervention?
The African arts intervention is us trying to change the way the world sees Africa. Now, I think the concept or the idea sort of originated from this thing that if, as a person, you are going to go and research anything, the first place you go to is Google.
Right.
And because of that, we were like, okay, cool, let's see what happens when we search African art or African creativity, or, you know, all of these search phrases. When we start searching that, let's see what comes up and if it's representative of Africa. And when we saw that, it was like, oh no, it's sunsets and giraffes and
African safari.
And you know, the mosques. Look, we're not saying that that's not part of
a story of the story.
However, it's not where we evolved to. So what we're trying to do with the African arts intervention is get this new age of creativity sort of upweighted and upranked in the Google search results. So essentially all you have to do is you go to onesource.com and you hit the get started button. Once you get started, you'll see a gallery of images, and these images are curated by ourselves as the team and the creators that we work with. So you'll see images by you know, Osborne Macharia, Fabrice Monteiro, Atipata Ruga's on there, Venus Bushfire's on there. They're all on there.
This is amazing.
They're all on there, and so you go on there, and it's a gallery of images. Click on the image, and it's a really simple action. All you have to do is like. So just like the image, and they go up. They go up. It goes up, and the more interaction we get on this, the better it becomes, and the higher they'll rank in the search results. So the goal for us is to eventually get to a point where when you search African art, you see the new way.
Wow. So I'm an artist, and I want my art to be part of this intervention. You know, so cool, I can always go there and rank the stuff that's already within your platform. But if I want to get my stuff into your platform, how does that process? Are we there yet?
So that's the vision, right? Is we want to be consistently building this database.
Yeah.
Where we are right now is part of One Source Live is us sort of showcasing all of these new artists. So as a new artist, we've got the contact information on the website. So go in there, drop us a mail, let us know what your sort of vision is and how you'd like to be a part of the movement. And it's not to say that, you know, we're here signing a blank check to say everybody let's all go on this amazing journey, but it's a journey. So, you know, like this year might not be the year that you necessarily jump on board with all of that, but I think building the database is not a crime. So you guys send the imagery to us, it goes into that bank of imagery, gets upvoted as well as part of the process. Because people have the choice, they can skip your image, you know,
and like whoever's
they can like whatever they want. So the bigger our database, the better it is for the intervention.
Alright, cool. Khuli Chana, dude. I'm so like honored to be here with you, dog. I mean, we are chilling with Khuli, drinking your aid. Dog, all of this advertising success. I mean, it's dope for the culture.
Yeah.
But for you, throughout this journey, what do you think, or when you, as you're going around the globe, what is the biggest thing that you can say is needed from the culture based on this journey, or that needs to be expressed more, or what is the learning in terms of cultural influence that you're bringing back from this journey?
You know what? I would say, let me put it to you like this.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I see a lot now is how, you know, South Africa's becoming a plug, right?
Yeah.
And I was in, where was I? I think I was in Botswana doing a show. So I missed out on that Swiss Beats moment, you know.
We were there. We were there.
And I was just in
what
awe.
A dope
I
moment.
was in awe of it, and I followed it. I was just like, damn, how dope is it that this guy is just like really vibing with everybody? It doesn't even look. Yeah,
dude, Swiss was going crazy over like our music.
I'm a big Swiss, you know, fan.
Yeah.
He's a connoisseur, and I know if he says something is dope, it's dope. It's dope. So I think as artists, musicians, you know, the ad space, creatives, we're groundbreaking. You know.
Yeah.
I watch Karis's moves, I watch Keenan's moves,
Yeah.
I watch Nasty C's moves.
Yeah.
Aries, like it's such an interesting time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to answer that question, I think we're doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think everybody's just getting to that place where they're all just trying to define it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think this is definitely like a great launch pad for anybody who's looking for, you know, some sort of purpose, some sort of meaning, you know what I mean? All we're trying to do is
Some
just
sort of purpose, yeah?
all we're trying to do is just change how the world sees Africa.
Aware.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you were the first superhero before Black Panther, yeah?
See what I'm saying, B?
Everybody's jumping up to the superhero. They're like, yo, we had a dragon, spitting fire in the sky.
You know what I'm saying?
But dude, what do you say then in the streets when niggas come at you and say, yo, Khuli's a sellout now, he's doing advertising, he's not putting out the music that we I mean, he's doing jingles. How do you respond to that? Jingles! It's a hell of a one. Like, if it is, be like, it's...
Yeah. Yo, man, you literally have to be Steve Degan into the bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, when you know, it's the road less traveled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, you know, when you reinventing yourself, oh damn, man, it's not an easy thing to pull off. It's a tough place.
Yeah.
It's very lonely, right? My love for music will never change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm still working on it, but you know, I'm really trusting in this process. You know what I mean? There's something really, really colossal is gonna come out of this. You know what I mean?
Okay, I mean, and then you bump into like a store,
Yeah.
right? It says, yo,
What you selling? Liquor now?
you know?
No. You know, Stogie's my big brother, and that was coming from a good place.
Yeah, of course.
And it was coming from yo, you're a dope rapper. We give us more.
Yeah.
And no doubt, that's what I intend to do, and I will do that. You know, but like I said, you know, I really needed to trust in this process. You know what I mean? Like, before the partnership, I was in a really weird space. You know what I mean? First of all, I didn't know if I actually wanted to put out music, and I didn't know if the narrative was going to be about my incident with SAPS. Because, you know, when you get shot and you're a rapper,
9 shots couldn't kill me.
Everybody expects 5 shots couldn't touch me to smash, right? And I'm like, no, I don't.
It wasn't that experience for you.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want to live my whole life like, you know, the guy who got shot 9 times.
Yeah.
You know, there's got to be more. And this partnership really gave me more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, real talk for me, it's just been now just trying to find purpose, just trying to find meaning. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So I could, you know, my biggest fear was like, what happens after the music?
And you gotta figure it out.
I got it. You know, I got it.
Alright.
Now we get back to the music.
Because I mean, also with regards to that story, you put out the dope docu, which was dope. Like the visuals are dope. The story, it's like I listen to it. You know, I feel it. You take me through your experience. And you spoke a lot about film and how now you're starting to influence or get into film. Is that the future? Should we be looking from a movie from Khuli?
That's it. So we now own this space, mind blowing, you know, this warehouse should come around. Actually, you guys,
We should. Yeah. We will. Is that an invite?
Yes.
More Khuli vodka.
More Khuli vodka. You know what I mean? Yeah, we've invested in a lot of equipment, film equipment. We're going to be churning out our own, you know, content. We've got studios. You know, we've got these like amazing, like young creators, musicians, filmmakers coming in and out of the space. So you know, like I said,
Dude,
you know,
you gotta definitely come to the space. Check it out. Let's have like the space experience.
yeah.
Where is the space?
So it's at the Honeydew Business Park. It's
Yeah.
in Honeydew.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the West. Yes, I am a West guy.
West guy.
Yes, it's true. West guy. Right. So yeah, man. So yeah, like it's an interesting space that I'm in, and I've just kind of allowed myself to be a little bit open-minded and allow myself to, you know, let my creative mind go into different spaces, just, you know, a little bigger than just penning like verses, you know. So yeah, but like, yo, the new music is sounding dope AF, you know. So yeah, man, I think we're gonna have ourselves a good year. So for the streets, for everyone who's kind of worried about, yo, where's the music?
Because you gave us classics, dude. You gave us Motsoko Originator, Water Classic. That album is, for me,
man, I have no worries.
you know, so it's like we missed that.
We gonna be alright.
Alright. You heard it, yeah, that's a promise, yeah?
We gonna be alright.
Alright. Dude, you hang out with KG a lot. That's what Rafi.
I've known KG since I was 7. We've been making music together since I was about probably 11, 12 years old.
Look, you hang out with KG.
Yeah.
Tony Mac is dishing out 16 bars.
Yeah, Tony Mac is my cousin.
He's dishing out 16 bars.
Yeah.
It's like, guys are. Is there something bubbling there? Or it's just coincidence?
I think that just the love for the art itself is back. It's like we just got back.
Yeah.
With the music, you know what I mean? And I think because, you know, when a new era comes in and it's, I think that kind of, it was disruptive. You know, it kind of throws you off when you've been in the game for like, say, about only 10 years and everybody's trying to OG you. Like, you guys saying it's a rap?
Nah, this is only the beginning.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I've watched a lot of my peers go through that and not come back, right? It's a real thing, you know, and you know, I've stuck it through, you know. I don't know how. So to see Tony put up verses, it's so dope, you know. So dope. That 16 Boom Bap Challenge. Shout out to Wicked.
Yeah.
Wicked's been one of my favorite rappers of all time since Josie and Township Frequency. I'm waiting for Amu's bars. Amu, please, can you drop some? You know, so it's very interesting to see OGs, you know, putting in the work. You know what I mean? It's one thing to sit back and be like, I don't say blah blah blah, but something else, yeah, it's put in the work.
And you mentioned that One Source for you was number 3 in your all-time Khuli tracks. I was like, what? And you still stick to that?
Yeah, and it has a lot to do with the story behind it.
Yeah.
Right. So, 2015, I just bought myself this whip. I was celebrating 10 years in the game, and I had to go see somebody. I had to go see this kid who's been trying to give me beats since he was like 13.
Yeah.
His name is Absolut. Right.
Shout out to
very
Apple.
ambitious, very like personality, like huge,
Superstar.
right? And I had to go see him. Like, alright, cool, let's hear your beats, and we bumped them in my new whip. And one of those beats was like One Source beat. Wow, damn. And then we got the spot for him. We bought some equipment, and we started making music together. And we hadn't laid anything on that One Source beat until the campaign started.
This came through, yeah.
And when I sent it through, I remember Native Soon was like, this is the joint. Wow. We didn't have bars for it. We went up to Ghana, we shot the video like I told you.
Yeah, like you told me.
The visuals were
So it all comes from...
And for the first time for me, like I've never had like, you know, you kind of, when you write music, it has a lot to do, you know, we live off experiences. It has a lot to do with where you're at in your life.
Yeah.
And for the first time I had to pen down, you know, it was about this revolution. It was about Africa, you know, no longer running shotgun. It was about, okay, shit, you've just given me this task. You've just given me this
responsibility.
This responsibility.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I have to put down, you know, I have to kind of give people the narrative.
And you nailed it.
I have to plant this.
And you nailed it.
And I nailed it.
And you nailed it.
You know what I'm saying?
So cool.
Yeah.
If that's your 3.
That's 3. You know,
So
just
what's
being
your
able
1
to-
and 2?
Being able to rise to the occasion.
Oh, okay.
Number 2, definitely Tswara. Yeah, Tswara, because you know I remember after we recorded the Joy. And I won't mention
When
it.
that Joy dropped,
A couple of my friends were like, nah,
Really?
Nah, it was just because every other joint that I put out was like a radio friendly, easy on the ear type of
dude,
joint.
that changed the game.
Right, and at that point I remember we were like, okay, cool, we need to drop a new single, and we're like, yo, I think we're gonna have to be brave. Let's go with Twada. And I remember trying to break Twada on Ukozi. Oh gosh. But I remember.
And you got naughty jumping on
I
that.
remember Magic played it for like not even 8 bars. No, I'd say 8 bars of it.
And it was like,
8 bars of it, and it was like, and then he kind of ridiculed it like no, and I thought he was dissing the joint. I thought, oh damn, they're not feeling this. Right? He was like, and then he started the interviews. I'm like, okay, cool, what's going on?
well, yeah, like this is weird. This is kind of weird.
This guy's not gonna play the joint. A week later, that joint hit #1 on Mongezi and every other radio station, right? And that for me became like revolutionary. When you go with your gut and you stick to your guns, and you know everybody's going in that direction, and you're gonna go the opposite, and you still fuck up the game.
Hey, dude, that thing would have dropped, dude.
And-
That beat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I guess your #1?
Now I think you should give me your name.
I have my own #1, but can I guess your #1?
Yeah.
I think at #1 you would put No More Hunger.
Yet, you know what qualifies No More Hunger? No More Hunger. After No More Hunger, there was no more hunger.
Whoa.
Literally.
Am I right or am I right?
Be careful. You know, that joint taught me, be careful what you ask for. Literally, like, No More Hunger wasn't my favorite joint, and shout out to JR. JR actually was part of the writing process.
Yeah.
I never hooked for it. JR actually came up with that hook. So the joint was produced by Keenan Forbes.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Ntokozo, Gamza Net when they were still Ivy.
Yes.
And one of the first beats they gave, that was the first beat they gave me because they sampled Jabba. That's actually a Jabba sample from Twaka. No More Hunger.
Yeah. Actually, yes. Now I remember.
So they chopped that and they chopped Things We Do for My Mate, the whole thing, and that's how it came about.
Gosh.
So that was
taking me back.
Yeah, but the beat I was really crazy about was that Talk Stick beat. So number one was Talk Stick. So number one is Talk Stick.
Oh, so I'm wrong.
What qualifies it is that No More Hunger literally changed my life. After No More Hunger, I bought my first car.
No More Hunger.
House.
You got rid of hunger.
Yeah, so you speak things into existence.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what No More
That's dope.
Yeah.
So you asked me for my favorite.
Yeah.
Mine is an underrated track.
What is it?
Yo, I'm not a gangster. Kasi I'm not me. I'm not a
Produced by
gangster.
KG, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
track is so gangster, dude. It's like,
dope.
I bump that there and be like, yo.
It's like if speaking
yo.
could spit bars.
Dude,
Yes,
dude.
exactly.
And I like that White influence, dude.
Yeah.
Which, from your, because you collaborate a lot.
Yeah.
Which was one of your favorite collaborations? Or,
Favorite
I
collaboration?
think we discussed tracks, man.
Yeah.
Maybe let's discuss top 3 favorite collabs.
Makesh.
Ah!
Makesh. Because that was a very that was.
Dude, can I tell you another 360?
Yeah.
So I was on the show, right?
Yeah.
A Big Brother.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And on the final night, we all come there, like everyone comes out the house, we all go on stage.
Oh yeah.
And boom! You know what it's you guys.
When I came out with Elias and Makesh.
Yeah. And I'm like, what?
It was dope.
This is a dope moment for
It
me.
was really dope. And guess, and like shout out to Elias, you know, like one of my all-time favorite dude, period.
Yeah.
I love this guy. Like, and he actually came up with the joint, so he found this beat, it's quite a beat, and it was inspired by that Tswana verse, you know, Biza Lokuaka speed.
Yeah.
And he flipped it and he owned it. He was like, yo,
This is how I would do it.
how I would do it.
And you're like,
and
yo.
then the hook was inspired by a Makesh joint.
Yeah.
Right? And I reached out to him, I'm like, yo, I want us to do this joint. It took a while.
And then
It took a while getting Makesh in the studio, but I remember having Zwy there, Makesh, like such an amazing man. Like another 360, you know, like coming from like a TKZ hardcore fan to be touring with the guys and being in the studio with Makesh and like breaking bread and making music together. You know?
And I used to feel that. I mean, Muzak Originator for me is like a nice Muzak.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things that really kind of messed me up is like, I'm really happy for hip hop.
Yeah.
But it almost feels like Kwaito had to die for hip hop too. You know what I mean? And for me, it's like, it's important that we preserve Kwaito.
I mean, look at what Questa did, dude.
Exactly.
Look at what Questa did.
Exactly. And like guys like Questa, Kid X, who channeled that. You know?
Exactly.
KO does that very well. Who else? Yeah.
Kicking your vest.
Well, what? So yeah, I think it's also a good time for the OGs to
Give us something.
Yeah, to come
Give
out.
us something. Alright, dope. So, One Source Live is coming through 24 March. Now it's a concert. I mean, this thing moved, eh? It was a song, it was an album, advertising awards. And now Sho, and now there's like other guys in it, all the creative guys. What can we expect from the show on the 24th of March?
There's a lot. There's a lot. So like I said, you know, Khuli curating the main stage. You know, he's got the big guns there, holding up in.
It's gonna be like a nice show.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Patso's there. Is
Tricks and lions and fires,
not really.
jumping hoops.
Not really. Not really.
Flying. Nah.
Madjozi is super
Madjozi.
secretive about hers. She's not telling us what she's doing on the
Mongezi
stage.
was at the Swiss event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
her performance has up there. Yeah. She tears it up. Madjozi, dude, I want to invite you to the hood. I want you to bring the other guys.
Yeah.
Let's have a chat with them. Yeah. Can we sit down in the hood, Villa Gaza Street, Soweto, West?
Yeah.
Come through. Let's chat with the guys. Sit down. Have some Khuli vodka.
Yeah. Some Khuli vodka.
I like the sound.
And let's have a chat with the guys as well. Like kind of feel their vibe, I want to invite you. We'll organize a total exposure.
Yeah.
You know how we do.
Let's do it.
But yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Let's do it.
I will. Khuli, my man, great chat.
Great
nice
chat.
having you. We also want to come through so we can chat more of culture, dude. Just come through to the hood, man. Shall we do that? I will come through to your studio.
Come through to the compound, yo. Let's break bread.
I will.
Yeah.
Yo, that's all, folks. That's what you got. Khuli Mongezi, great guy. I see why this thing is going, And I hope we are also part of the revolutionary in the sense that I hope our art, our creativeness is part of your process, and we change the Google search.
Yeah.
That's really dope. I feel like for me, that's the dopest thing about this initiative.
Yeah.
And Khuli guy, what a guy, dude. For me, you're right up there with the Jiggers and the Parks and the Biggies and the Nazes. It's them, and you are right there, my man. For me, you are a legend. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for having us. Yo, that's what it is. Hip Hop 411, and we out. That's all, folks.